Hello, good evening, everyone. Good morning and also good afternoon. No matter where you are in the world, welcome to watch our live today. I'm the strategic partner of Go Global Business School. Tonight, we are going to expose the secret of going international for trainers and coaches. For me, let me introduce myself. I'm Hui Chin. I have been in education for more than 20 years. I have been a teacher, and of course, now I'm also doing training, a trainer. I've always wondered, how am I going to be international? You might have the same questions like me until I find the platform that is suitable, I would say, for everyone. And tonight, it's not only me. We have a few prestigious speakers who are with us tonight. 今天，如果你是讲师，你是教练，你想知道如何将自己的品牌带到国际，甚至想要成为一个国际的讲师，你来对了地方。我们今天有许多位出色的讲师要跟我们分享如何借助 GGBS 的平台，把我们的品牌带到国际。首先，我要跟大家一起欢迎今天的第一位出场的讲师，让我们一起把手举起来，掌声欢迎黄成业讲师 Ken Wong。Ken, are you there?
Hello, hi Hui Qing, ni hao, hi everybody. Very good evening to everyone, and welcome to this watching this live streaming. I am Ken Wong. 大家好，你们也可以叫我肯德帅耶，很高兴见到大家。来认识我的人，请在留言区里面 say 一个 hi 好不好？哇，我们今天没有直播卖货啊，没有卖产品。Alright, hi 慧清，你好吗？
好，今天就是我们两个吗？还有其他更出色的讲师吗？我需要你帮我一起把他们介绍出来。Let's introduce our other speakers and who are with us tonight to share about this wonderful platform together.
Wow, very good. So, 在我还没有介绍他们之前呢，因为他们全部都是非常重量级的人，所以在他们的光芒还没有照射下来之前，请允许我先自我介绍。Alright, All right, let me introduce myself first. Before I introduce all my other very good mentors and coaches here. So my name is Ken Wong. I'm personally is a dermatology practitioner. Already been in this industry for more than 15 years. So 我本身是一名大脑天赋开发老师，然后也是一名企业教练。所以的话，希望接下来的这个时段里面，我们可以分享很多很多关于我们是如何一步一步成为一名国际讲师的，然后这个心路历程介绍给大家。All right, so later I will also be sharing about how I become an international trainer and also maybe part of my 3 years experience in be a trainer in China. Yeah, so stay tuned. Before okay, now I would like to introduce my other 3 friends, mentors, and very very good trainers. To me, right, they are like a sunlight in the darkness. They are the mentor on in my life path. Wow, so 劲 this one. So who are they? Let me introduce. There are 3 of them. The very first one is Miss Tara.
Welcome, Tara.
Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Tara. Professionally, I'm a woman wellness practitioner, and I'm the Chief of Business Development Officers of Go Global Business School. Alright， 大家好，晚上好，很高兴今天我们又来妈妈的这个喝茶聊天时间。OK， 今天我们是说关于 trainer and coaches 的，so 这样我也不要煮这么多时间，让大家可以听更多我们这个 mentor 跟这个 professional 的 trainers， 让他们来分享，好吗 ？Thank you。
好，那接下来我们要欢迎的下一位，哇，这个是男神啊！这个男神到底是谁啊？大家来看一看啊 ，expect 一下自己是谁。我找一下男神在哪里？给男神在这里，让我们热烈的掌声在屏幕上刷满一排爱心，来欢迎 Coach Jackie。Hello，
大家晚上好。Good evening to everyone, whether in Singapore, Malaysia, Asia, Russia, Northland, or wherever you are. I know it's 8:30 here. If you have not taken dinner, please take it while you are having this show on. Yes, I'm Coach Jackie. I'm from Singapore, and I've been very blessed to be in the space of personal development for the last 35 years. So there's a lot of things we want to share with you tonight, and we're going to ensure that if you're a trainer, speaker, or a coach, you get away some tidbits that can enhance your career and bring you to the global state. So there is one more person that's going to come, and let's us introduce the founder of Go Global Business School, Dr. Aziza. Please welcome Dr. Aziza.
Yay!
Hello everyone. Good evening. Peace, greetings to everybody. Thanks so much for joining us live on. I think we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and it's not just one account. All of our accounts. We're so excited that we are showing up together. If you're a trainer, coach, and you are someone in the passionate authority space in your business, it's time for us to really have a wonderful conversation today to see how we can all impact the world together with. How about that? Thanks so much, darlings.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, we have wonderful speakers tonight, and all 5 of us here, we are also speakers ourselves. So I would like to ask, like Dr. Aziza, you have been in Go Global Business School. You have founded this platform. So what is it for us? Like me, I want to go international, and sometimes I'm not so clear about my mindset. What should I do now?
Great. Thank you so much. And I know this is a question that is running in everybody's mind. Before we talk about the mindset, we want to also establish that all of us here are part of a beautiful mission in Go Global Business School. We are here to come together as a community, as trainers and coaches, to empower a bigger spectrum of SMEs and corporates. And so this is a journey that I've been on for the last 20 years. And with the involvement in as a homemaker stepping into the training space. It was not easy, and it's the mindset that needs to really to be molded before I could do anything, right? So this is actually a very important question that we want to ask ourselves. Where is our clarity, and what is the impact that we want to make? What is the purpose of our mission? And that was the question I asked myself, and it has actually been evolving, and I would love to share with you as we move along on the various tidbits. It's 20 years experience. I have 20 over years, Jackie has 20 over years, and Tara has 10 over years, and all of us, and you have your own 20 over years, and Ken. So I think we cannot talk finish the way that we have been doing. But I just have to say, from a trainer coach right now, as founder of Not Just Go Global Business School for the group of companies, as well as we having shareholders and investors in our company in Singapore, as well as in Malaysia and India. This is how we have grown from a trainer, a freelance trainer, becoming from a homemaker, freelance trainer, and then moving into a private limited. Now we are a public limited company. So this is a journey we've been. So something has been working right for us in our mindset, and that's what we will be sharing about more today for sure.
Wow. I really like that, because I think every one of us would like to be in this community to do something good and impact everyone. How about Jackie? Would you share your experience with us?
Well, I have to say I started on a very wrong foothold, because when I started my journey, I was very, very young, in my early 20s. And imagine teaching in a setting where the minimum age of the audience is 40 and above. They're looking at a young guy. What can you teach me? I think I eat salt. 我吃盐比你吃米多. But I was very, very blessed to have very good mentors. I was very blessed to have a very good partner that puts me on a stage and tee me up to a point where they are willing to listen. So I think one of the very, very first lessons that I've learned as a young trainer is to have a very good partner, someone that can edify you, someone that can tease you up, someone that can bring you along so that you earn the right to speak regardless of your age, your country, the country that you come from, your language, your experience. But it is coming on a setting where you are now being regarded as someone with experience, knowledge, and expertise to bring them to the next higher level. And that was where I was very blessed for 3 years to have such a partner that had brought me into the corporate training space. And from then on, things took a turn, and I started to work more with MNCs rather than SMEs. And obviously, that brings me to the global platform in a very short time. And by the age of 32, I can actually retire from the corporate training arena. So again, I say I'm very, very blessed, and I thank God for these kind of blessings. And for those of you out there, if you are working alone, my best advice, go get a mentor. If you can't, join GGBS. We have lots of mentors here for you. All right, that's really something that I want to share. Now back to you, Hui Qin, or maybe Ken, you can share. You're more in the Chinese space, 华人华语。去中国如何呢？
OK， 哇，讲到这个，其实当初我也是一个，并没有特别计划想要成为一名讲师的。不过那时候刚好非常幸运，我是加入了一个国际演讲会，那个 Toastmasters International。那时候我就因为我是一个很害羞分享，但是心里又有很多话想讲的那种人，所以那时候我就开始加入这个 Toastmaster， 然后就开始一直不断的练了过后是吗？我才突然想到说，如果我这么还可以讲一些话的话，这样如果我想用这个技能来赚钱，那可以去什么地方？所以刚好也就是在这个时候，我的一个 business partner， 我们是在做这个儿童潜能开发的，所以他就是有邀请我过去中国那边去一起去做这个教学与培训的。然后为什么他会找我呢？是因为其实会教课的人很多，然后但是呢，大家都是习惯小班制，是一些 one-on-one 的那种教学。如果我们要做 public speaking 的，或者是那种 public event，就是好像我在中国那时候呢，我们是有跟一些银行、著名的银行做合作，例如像中国银行工商银行，还有一些什么那个叫农业银行等等这些。
Oh, I think something is there to challenge Ken and as well as every one of us. Why not,
Yeah.
Tara, share your experience about becoming speakers, trainers, or coaches, wellness coaches? I think every one of us would like to hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of similar like Ken. You know, I'm a very introvert person, and not to be don't be like on stage and public speaking and all that. So I will get nervous and don't know what to say the next sentence. But slowly when I into this metaphysics as a consultant, and I started to share more what you should do next in the following years, and why you get to know yourself more. And because a lot of people that I know myself, I know, but somehow when we read from the chart, and actually it's not, maybe yes, but because of some distractions all over the surrounding, so that we might out of track. So from there, through my knowledge, that I can know what I can help them and inspire them back to the right track. So I would like to share more that don't look for me, but you also can learn. So everybody can learn. So that's why I started to slowly, from step by step, become a facilitator, and then slowly become a speaker, and to share more and teach them. And I just want to share. That's all. That's my intention to become a trainer. Thank you.
I think there's one key point that every one of us share here. Sharing is caring, and everyone likes to share. So how do we share on a higher impact？ 怎么让我们的分享发挥更大的影响力？我们怎么样走到国际？ I'm also from Toastmasters International, so basically I have chances to go around the world to share my experience, to share my knowledge. However, I am also like Ken. Think the best experience is someone else's experience. So that is why Jackie talked about mentor and all these things. So how are we, like me, a new trainer, I would say, although in education for a long time, I have been a teacher for that long. So now I'm going to step into this trainer as a freelancer, as a business partner. And I think this is a very good platform for us to leverage together. So how are we going to leverage this platform together?
Yeah. Jackie, you want to go ahead first? You want to share that?
Well, I think working together sometimes is one of the toughest things to do because we come from different backgrounds. But I think in any projects, any teams, we have to have a common goal, and everybody works towards that common goal regardless of whatever differences we have. As a single, we have been mature adults, and especially in our space as trainers, coaches, or even speakers, agree to disagree is the fundamental way to get things done. Differences will happen, arguments will happen, and we song here, we song there, all this. Definitely, we are all humans, we are not robots. So having a very common goal, a KPI, and the lamppost is what we need to agree on, and then we distribute the work. Now, one thing I realize is sometimes the Superman of the team or the Superwoman or Wonder Woman of the team always likes to take on everything and do, and says it's better that it's done that way because then things don't get screwed up. But I think this is where it's very, very serious, where a lot of people actually get burnt out. Number one. Number two, has a lot of unforgiveness towards team members because they felt that they have done a little bit more and things like that. So really, to work as a team is not easy, but it's absolutely very required when we want to bring big scale projects. and especially those of us who have never worked in MNCs, you will realize that no human in any MNCs actually works alone. They all work in teams, big or small. And I've worked in teams where it's as big as 100 over people, and it's real messy and headache to manage. But as long as everybody agrees, we talk to key leaders, and the key leaders works with their own smaller teams. This is where projects and collaborations can happen to the highest, and you will see miracles along the way. Yeah.
And I feel, especially for the trainers community, what Jackie is saying is a very challenging, because the mindset that we work with, I still have to touch on that, because everything, when it comes to getting into the global market, when it comes into like what you're saying, Hui Ching, when we are starting a business, because we have been alone. So that's why we talk about the ESBI quadrant. We are always, sometimes many trainers are still in the employee quadrant, the mindset I'm talking about, and the self-employed quadrant. So we find it so difficult. And we say, because we are in front of the stage and all of that, the ego can be really big. So imagine ego clashes can be so real until and unless we put cause above self. That's why it's so important for us to look at what is the impact that we want to create, what is the purpose, what is the mission we are on. And that will open up channels for us to be allowing collaboration to happen. Number one, we know that one man is not an island, right? It's really a group work. We say, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you have to go together. And that's what Go Global Business School has set up, this community. I still remember very long ago, I'm talking about more than 10 years ago, I went to some of my closest network and I told them, hey, let's come together and create this community of trainers and coaches. Let's play together. Let's create this synergy that we can add value. You know what they said? And it was a shock for me. I'm like, I'm just in this community that believes in abundance and all of that. And they say, Aziza, cannot lah. We sure cannot cooperate one. It's very competitive, trainers market. And so every trainer looks at another one as someone that's going to take away their business. So that's no way it can happen. But fast forward right now, and especially after COVID, the doors and the hearts and the minds have kind of opened a little bit. And it's like showing people that I have some heart, and I think this is like becoming so practical that we cannot do this alone. And that's why you see during COVID, people coming together, doing all these programs. By the way, there was no structure behind it. So everybody was like, show my face. We'll talk about visibility in a while. But the most important thing is when we come together with this intention, with the clarity of where we want to go, and we add 1 + 1 + 1. That's where the synergy happens. So right now, we're so glad that we have tens and tens of trainers and coaches in our community committed to a global growth. And the mentors, like what Coach Jackie said, is huge. And we have a global mentors network. Maybe Tara, you should share with us the peak you had into the global network of mentors that you went into our Accelerated Business School event last week. That was a special invite event that is not open to public. It was not on social media, and you got access to it. Why don't you share about that? 在 mute 着，你在 mute 着。
Sorry, my suddenly was hang a little bit. What was your questions again?
So I asked about the event that you attended. So we're talking about how coaches and mentors, we have a lot of them in our ecosystem that we can learn from. So
Yeah,
you got access to an event that was special invite event with some of the who's who of the global trainers network. So how was your experience being part of that conversation?
At first,
And
is
how
I'm
you feel?
very curious. I'm very curious, but when I was there and I heard a lot of people like sharing their experiences, and I really touched and very amazed, honestly. Yeah, and when they're sharing, it's not only about admirations, but the energy that everyone shares. So I can feel it is very strong, positive vibration among those people. Yeah. So and everyone's message also can create a movement, and bring people together and transform their mindset. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, it's very meaningful. Thank you.
Ken, do you have any experience about this mindset thing to share with us as well? And how you're going to go global? That's the most important thing as a speaker, right?
Yeah，其实之前的话，以前呢、我是没有想过说我自己会成为一名所谓的国际讲师。其实很多人可能对国际讲师这个定义啊，How do we declare ourselves as a international trainer ？So 我们是不是说一定要到马来西亚以外去做过培训才叫所谓的国际讲师？其实我认为是可能可以分为2个阶段呢、这其中这个思路啊，其实是我之前是有私底下这个没有在培训里面可能会听到，但是我是在私底下跟 Dr. Aziza 交流的时候，他让我知道的，就是说。其实你看，我们可能可以从行为上跟思维上这2个部分，可能大家的认知就是说，我们人要在国外去当过培训讲师，才能够成为这名国际讲师。但是我认为，其实还有一个很重要是什么？我们是否在思想上已经 prepare 好我们自己，是否准备好成为一名国际讲师？因为一名国际讲师，其实他并不只是在我们的技术层面。其实更加重要的是，我们要有国际的视野、国际的那种叫格局，并且是要从国际的那种角度来看待事情的。所以我们要提前做布局，提前做好思维上以及格局上的一个准备。这样子，当我们有这个机会来临的时候，我们去到别人的地方，人们才会觉得哇，这才是一个名副其实的国际讲师。对。因为我可能我们身边很多朋友呢，他讲说我想成为讲师，那我问他你想成为国际讲师呢，还是成为国内讲师？他讲我没有想过这个问题耶，我只是想成为一名讲师而已，反正谁找我去讲，我去讲就对了。不过呢，其实当我们站在国际讲师的这个格局去看这个事情的时候，是吧？每个地方的人都不一样，每个人都有各自的需求，有不同的文化、不同的习惯、不同的那个思路。这样子的话，如果我只是拿着一套东西去不同的地方重复的讲的话，是否真的能够达到那个原本的效果呢？或者是达到那个最好的效果呢？其实我们自己想都知道了，哪怕你看我们讲nasi lemak，每一个地方的nasi lemak煮出的味道都不一样，所以。连nasi lemak这样国际出名的食物，每个地方的味道都不一样，那我们怎么可能会 expect 我们的同一套培训的方法，同一套的思路 works at everywhere 呢？不可能的代志来的，所以要成为一名国际讲师，除了我们行为上、动作上，就更重要是我们的格局上、思路上，一定要 be mentally prepared。就是一定要准备好这个东西，而且这个东西呢，也是我从 Dr. Aziza 身上，还有 Coach Jackie 身上、Tara 身上有看到的一些特质，所以我自己本身呢，也在从他们身上去学习这一些的。好，谢谢。
I just wanted to give a little bit of expansion to that thought. 其实你讲的这一部分呢，是 in terms of going global mindset and to be ready as a global person is so important. And when we customize it to where we are going to go is also important, because yesterday when we talked about SMEs, it's not much different. When we wanted to launch Money and You in India, it's such a big name in Singapore, Malaysia, Chinese people like 林伟贤老师的课程这么大，还有我们美国课程嘛， so it was such a big name for 20 over years in Singapore, Malaysia, in all of Southeast Asia. 我进印度场谁都不知道谁是 only they know Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki. 我带一个 Doria 跟 Money and You 进去是一个零。 So at that time, it was so much of education needed. And that's something that we want to become aware. And it takes time and it takes energy. And that's why it needs persistence. 我们做了4场 Money and You. 我们还会做吗？当然会做。我们现在是 restructure to our own team, our own network, to even translate it to Tamil language. 讲印度தமிழ்ல பேசி நம்ம வந்து என்ன செய்ய போறோம்? Money and You launch பண்ண போறோம். Okay. No. Okay. And Bahasa was launched in Malaysia. and now we still have interest in Middle East. So at every time we go, and that's also a customization, by the way. If you go to Middle East, in Bahasa, in even in India, we don't do so much of the, the papa the dongxi, huh? The hugging part is restricted in the other languages because of the male female dynamics. Indians also don't really hug men and women, so we have to put that kind of a system in place when we are doing the program. So it's very customized according to where we are, and even we customize to the extent we had a CEO Money and You, where only the business owners came. We even had new parts being included in the program that is 47 years old. So this is so important when we are doing a program, the way we customize, that we do it. But what's more important, Hui Qing, I feel, is the visibility when we go global. So I use the word how to be Googleable. It's so important to be Googleable. So this is where we see where you show up in our accelerator program, in our going global ecosystem. We have the visibility plan, right? How we people show up. Like right now, Hui Ting, this is a visibility plan for you. Even though you're such a big name in the Toastmaster space with so many years of experience, you are Googleable. I had a few people Google you the other day. So, wow, such a big name. Wow, Toastmasters are, such a exciting thing. But now you are moving to another space, and you're going to be anchoring yourself in your topic. Why don't you share with us what you feel kind of moved you to the kind of the visibility now you are creating? Where is it taking you? What do you feel?
I think what all of you shared is very valid for my situation, because like for one person we can always go fast, but in order to go far we need a team. There are books, there are experience, things that we heard, we read. However, when we really want to implement it, 在中文我们说知易行难，就是你知道这些道理是很容易的，但是你要怎么去执行它，它是有困难的。所以为什么我们需要智囊团，需要一个团队一起去做？所以在今天的这一个 sharing this live session, actually we are working together to create the visibility that we shared and also leverage on this platform on my professionalism and also your experience. So this is why the community works, like what Jackie said. People have different mindset. However, how are we going to come together, work for the best intention, for the same goal that we want to work forward? So this is why I think this platform actually benefits a lot of trainers and coaches, and then we can come together as a team, as a community, with the vast resources that we can share together. I think that is the most important part for me, and also the clarity where I want to go, the direction, and who I want to be in the future. Since I
Why
have
don't you
been
share
doing
that? Why don't it's an opportunity for you to speak up about it? Why don't you share with us on your clarity right now?
my clarity is like I have been sharing for charity, because Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization 哈，它是一个非盈利的组织。我在这个组织13年，应该分享了超过，我觉得应该有超过50场不收费的。So this is something that we can try to move forward actually, and also to bring ourselves to another level of visibility that we can make more impact. So the passion is there. And how am I going to use this passion? I need a platform, and I need mentors, also the business model that can make it happen. 做慈善啊，非营利组织啊，你的生活还是要顾的。虽然我们非常的喜欢，但是我觉得有一些东西，就是我们人生当中的一些计划是需要去进行。那所以有一天，我们是不是可以站在国际的舞台，幻想 Anthony Robbins, maybe half of what he has achieved or 1/3 of what he achieved. I think that is very, very good. The visibility and also the achievement that we can achieve in our lives.
Okay. So I would love to have a little bit of a conversation about when we talk about visibility, right, we also want to share with people like showing up. When you use the word go global and we leverage the name, people love it. Like, so many times we've seen, in fact, I have to say this, 林伟贤老师他开始的时候是 leverage 一个 brand 叫美国课程，他每次讲这个字的。So for 20 years he was talking about 美国课程。Now we don't talk about 美国课程in 中国 okay? So but most important is the fact that you can leverage on a brand, and that's a powerful journey that's what Coach Jackie was talking about, standing on shoulders of giants that can elevate us. And in that way, and today I was talking to someone, we don't want to be just the person telling you, hey, I learned from this person, come and learn from me. This is the old trick, right? We are saying, come join hands, let's all learn together. Let's learn from the people who have learned from them, right? So like what Tara and Ken and yourself, Hui Qing, you attended the session with Accelerated Business School. They are the mother of all mentors. Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, I think she shared about how she gave away games to Tony, right, to start the business. These are valuable knowledge about the industry that we are sitting on. So I would love to later play this video. I think, Ken, you can play the video later, where we have about Doria speaking about how we work together as a community so that we can grow together. And in that way, right now, we are getting an opportunity to leverage our trainers and coaches in the region to put a brand of Go Global Business School with them. So in that way, we elevate each other in a big way as well. Jackie, I want to ask you, like, you have shared stages and we talk a lot about deservability, about how much of money you can earn as a trainer and a coach. And this is a big issue among many trainers, coaches. 他开始讲了是免费，平常50场免费的 50 sessions that was done for free. So what are your thoughts when it comes to invest income generating activities of coaching and training businesses?
Okay, I think I just want to share. Speaking is free, talking is free. That's what always all my mentors tells me, and especially in Toastmasters, we speak for free, we train for free, because it's a charity organization. In BNI, JCIs, a lot of you speak for free. But the thing is, how can you transfer yourself or rather go from where you were speaking for free to now people pay you to speak? I think first thing is you must have the depth, or we call it the authority in your topic. A lot of people copy things here and there and they try to make it their own. Now that is very dangerous. Now, as they say, 天下乌鸦一般黑，天下文章大家抄. While it's true, you must have your own distinction about that topic that makes you deserve to charge an amount, and the higher it is, the better it is. Example like feng shui, metaphysics. I tell you, everybody knows how to do all that. But the thing is, every master, every sifu is different. And by your ability to say or not to say certain things, it gives you the authority to now be able to charge. When I first started very early, those were the times where Robert Kiyosaki has a cash flow game. So the time in Singapore has hundreds of people doing cash flow games every weekend. But what makes us charge 2,500 Sing dollars over one weekend is because we were working with Mr. Valentine, who is the rich dad of Asia, who works directly with Robert Kiyosaki. As I said just now, we need to have somebody that we can partner with that has a higher standing than us, tee us up so that we are able to elevate ourselves. And sad to say, one of the most stupid thing, I'm sorry, pardon my French, I have to use the word stupid, is trying to do it alone. I have talked about this for almost 20 years. Never go alone. Go with a team. Go with somebody that has a higher level than you, a coach or a mentor that you can work with, that can give you stages where you can speak and people recognize and they start to ask that you speak for them, their agencies, their companies, and they are willing to pay you from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000, and that's how you slowly go. And I still remember there was this time, I think it was way back in 2008 or 2009, where I eventually am able to charge $2,000 an hour just to be able to speak for a company to sell the products. So, but it took me about 20 over years of hard work to achieve that level. And it's not easy. So get yourself out there as often as you can, in as many places as you can, and work with event organizers or partners or GGBS, these kind of platforms, to showcase yourself. And one day you will be noticed. It's really about doing more. Yeah, there's no shortcut. So I'm probably like Hui Chin and Ken to share, both also from Toastmasters movement. What are your thoughts?
I think it's really important what Coach Jackie has shared. 站在巨人的肩膀上，你才可以走得更远啊，看得更多。所以我觉得就是，you know, when you are alone, you don't know what to do. But when you are together, when we hold hands and build this community together, I think this is where we want to be, and we could go much further than we do it alone. So that is why we want to create visibility on this platform together as well.
是，而且好像有一个很重要的东西是说，当我好像有时候啊，如果是自己一个人做，而且如果你选择要走的路是一个不知道自己有没有别人走过，所以你就是 be the first to walk that path, right？ 你就是走得非常非常慢 ，because you are creating a new path。可是如果你想去的地方，其实已经很多人去过了的，这样 why not？ 我们就走他们走过的路 ，because 就好像知道吗？那里草地啊，一个人走还没有路，但是如果100个人走了过后，就是他们会把那个草地中间踏出一个空地啊，然后你去走的时候就会快很多。所以的话，我们想站在巨人的肩膀上也好，或者走过巨人走过的路也好，其实如果大家要去的地方是同一个地方，这样我们干嘛要自己走？而且要自己，我讲哇，那个看到那一座山很好爬哦，这样我就想要透过这个山去到那个地方，或者我要游泳，我要穿过这条去到同一个地方，然后呢，其他人就看着你，怎么那个傻子，这明明这条路就可以去到同一个地方，他偏要挑战不同的路去到同一个地方。当然，如果是说你想去的地方是从来没有人去过的，是一个完全新的领域 ，of course 那个是一个 exploration， 是值得被鼓励的。但是如果是at the very first step， 如果我们要去的地方都是同样的话，我们为什么要去浪费没必要的精力啊？要自己开拓一条不一样的，才显得自己厉害吗？就这是一个很奇怪的一个 mindset 来的。所以站在巨人的肩膀上。走过巨人走过的路，为什么我们要跟团队一起？因为我们一定要把前面的路先走得快。当我们去到了第一个目的地之后，我们才有资格讲说，诶，我想看一点不一样的风景。如果我连第一个最基础的风景都没有看到，然后我就讲我要去开创怎么样，我要去怎么样，我要去怎么样，其实那些在任何人听起来都好像是在做白日梦，因为你的世界是被想象出来的，而不是说因为你看到了什么，所以你有找到了一些什么样的新的目标或者什么新的视野，那两个之间还是有很大很大的差距。所以我非常认同。所以为什么当初我会先加入一个平台，当时候的那个平台叫做 Toastmasters International， 而今天的这个平台就叫做 Go Global Business School。所以我们一定是要跟一个团队一起合作，一定要跟一些已经走在我们前面的前辈们一起合作。那么当我们看到了他们也看到的东西的时候，我们才更加确定下一步我们想看到什么不一样的东西啊，这样这条路它才是 practical 的，是 practical 和幻想还是有一点区别。所以这个就是我对这个站在巨人肩膀上的看法啦。Sorry
对，我这里可能有一个不一样的见解。是很多人走过那条路是路，但是 there is nothing going the road less traveled， 就是人家没有走过的路，我们去变成开荒牛，去创新，加上 Elon Musk、Steve Jobs、马云， 这个是我个人的思维，我不是说大家都应该一样，但是还是那句话，就是如果大家在做同样东西 ，it's very difficult for you to stand out. And when it's very difficult for you to stand out, you are fighting in what we call a red ocean. Everybody is slashing price just to survive. But if you go a road less traveled, where you make yourself very unique, very outstanding, and you're probably the only one, then people have no choice but to use you or to get you. Example, last time in Singapore, we have one guy called David Lim, the first Singaporean to reach Mount Everest. He was a keynote speaker. Because of that, he's paid $5,000 for every keynote speech of 45 minutes to an hour, because he is the one and only Singaporean that reached Mount Everest peak. And in Malaysia, I think recently we also have, and then we also have somebody that went to space. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can have yourself positioned in that unique space where you are the one and only one, then it makes you even easier to stand out. But it takes a lot of grit, effort, practice, and a lot of tears and sweat to be that one and only. And if you are garang enough to go that route, I think that may be another alternative rather than going with the common road that has been opened. That's my point of view.
I love it because both of you, I agree with both of you. I tell you why. So when Ken is saying about that part where 我现在刚刚开始，我要变成一个培训老师，或者是 I want to become a trainer. I want to take my business to the next level. My training business, you know, normally trainers think very simple, ma. Where can I get my next training job? Period. So then we look for the same road that everybody is traveling. For example, you want to go into becoming a trainer in body language. So you want to look for LMPs and walk the road that he has walked, right? So those kind of journey is perfectly what I agree with Ken, saying that you want to just emulate how trainers do their business. But however, that being done, you started off that way, there will come a point in time you cannot afford to be the person doing the same thing. That's what we're making Hui Ting do. She is a communication specialist, but there's no way we're going to put her into a corporate training program and put her to compete with all our other corporate training communication specialists. So we are carving out a niche. So for something that she can stand out in. So something that we can say, hey, Hui Ting is going to specialize in this, and everybody's going to work with her on that. And that's where what Jackie says comes through. And this is where we talk about the business mindset coming in, which is unfortunately lagging in many entrepreneurs, that we always say, take on a journey. That even if you don't have a dream, leverage on other people's dream. We actually have a whole series of leverage that you can do. One of the biggest leverage in other people's dream. So Ken is saying leverage on other people's dream and walk the journey together. And what Coach Jackie is saying, if you are capable of creating your own dream, and that will really make you stand out. And that's how Go Global Business School has stand out. We can engage and enroll as many trainers, coaches, and we want to grow. We want to see who else is working and want to join hands together. It's like 小狼 like that, you know, because like 你是 trainer, 为什么我要跟你合作? But the truth is, we are finding out the niche, and that's the job of the Go Global Business School ecosystem through our accelerator program and our boot camp. I think we can share a little bit about that we actually go in and say, what is your specialization? Why you want to stand out? Where can you stand out so that you become the trailblazer and make a change? And that's what we see in this room. All of us have our own hardcore mission. Like Coach Jackie is so passionate about the way that he has been building the education business with youngsters, with youth. And that's why, you know, our heart is always with him, and he's so empowered with the way that he brings youth forward. And that niche, nobody can take away. He's the authority, 30 over years in the space, right? So we built that kind of trailblazer mode that nobody can compete, but they will want to complement as well when we grow together. So 我跟两个人都同意，好吧？
没有，
都是
其实我
对的。
真的，因为好像是当然是有不同的人有不同的走法。其实我刚才只是代表我个人的一个看法罢了。
Yes.
所以为什么我们讲说我们一定要找一个 platform 跟不同的人一起去合作？因为我们自己只是看到自己的想走的路，或者看到自己的视野罢了。所以当我们跟不同的人在一个 platform 里面合作的时候，我们才能够看到更多的东西。这样子的话，我们才能够去选择更适合自己的路去发展。所以为什么我们讲说一个人是快，但是一群人走得远嘛？为什么？因为走得远是因为 before 我 make a decision， 我们是有很多个人提供了不同的意见，也可以让我们看到不同的风景，所以就能够集思广益啊。所以 platform 还是很重要的。
Yes, and platform and yeah,
Yeah.
Hui Ting, go ahead.
I think there's something that I want to share about this bootcamp and acceleration program. 我们会用一个 AI 的系统，它在让你回答关于你自己的一个 business model or the dream that you want to achieve, things that you want to do, and it come up with 30 days, 90 days plan. So that's what a lot of us needed. Some people, they don't even know where they are now. So how are you going to talk about the dreams that they are going to achieve? They don't even know what they can do. They don't even know their business model, what are the things, the challenges, and then some of the blind spot that they are facing now. So I think when we join this bootcamp and acceleration program together, it actually give me a lot of clarity of where I want to be and how am I going to do it together with this platform and building this community as part of it together. So I think that is something that is important, being innovative and also leverage on technology.
Yeah, since you talk about AI, I just want to really throw in here is a big nightmare for a lot of people. As much as ChatGPT, Canva AI, Copilot is easy to use, but honestly, we are just at the beginning of the whole AI era. AI has actually been around for the last 70 years. All right, for those of you who do not know, if you Google it, it's been around for so long, but it's only taking center stage only very recently. And as I always say, we are now at the tipping point of how human and technology is going to merge together to create a whole new world. From the industrial age to the information age to the technology age. Right now, I don't know what age they're going to call it. They haven't found a name yet. But I foresee in the next 10 years, if you're not going to be AI competent, and I repeat, is AI competent, you're not going to make it as a specialist in any industry. Don't even talk about trainer speakers, because today the ability to use AI to create your marketing materials, copywritings, or even social media contents is just so viable. Yeah, and I think all of us are at the age where it's very easy to use. And I think Tara has been using AI very well, creating 3 posters for me last week using AI, which, oh, I didn't know that that can happen. So Tara, you want to share your experience on AI?
Yeah, AI now become my friends already. So yeah, I just want to share a little bit what have Ken, Hui Ching, and every one of you has been shared about clarity and how you leverage and all that. So I think I did share about my past that after spending 13 years in the corporate world, I decided to follow my heart to become a holistic wellness practitioner. So I mean, I've been helping people in the wellness space, and along the way, I always dream to go global because of I can go to explore more other countries, cultures, and also the food. I'm a foodie, right? So I felt the other country can be a bigger and a better playground for me to grow my impact. So that's why I become part of the Go Global community. All right. So because I wanted to go global, but I don't know how. So this is the platform, as Ken mentioned, you have to leverage and get a platform. 虽然什么巨人还是不知道，但是 I know this is a good platform for me. All right. So this is how I get to know Go Global Business School. So, and I become a shareholder as well. So be honest. So even that, I also holding myself for one time. I don't know where should I go, what should I do, because there's so many things that I do not know. Okay, what I don't know, what I don't know. All right. So I didn't have the guts to move forward. So something inside really stopping me. So I attended the Go Global Accelerator program. So that's my real turning point, right? Through the program, my lifetime review, mentorship, and that's a lifetime review. Do you know that it's a lifetime review and a mentorship and access to the global network? I started to see things differently. So what I gained the clarity. All right. So this is not just about my business directions, but also my purpose, which I can build the structure and confidence to transform my passions into a real scalable business. All right. So I also wanted to be part of the training community because I can see so many amazing veteran trainers along the way. All right. So that can make me realize that I'm not alone in this journey. Oops. So yeah, there's so much to learn, lifelong learning, and share and grow together. All right. So today I'm not only a wellness partner with a global ecosystem, but I also step into business development and shareholding roles for these two education ventures. It's totally new to me. And well, this journey allowed me to, yeah, as I say, align with my purpose and turn into my business. All right. So if any one of you feel stuck, unsure what you want to do, go or how to scale your impact, what I want to remind yourself, clarity brings confidence, and confidence leads to actions. Right. So you have the right guidance and the community, and don't just grow your business by yourself and grow together. Yeah, that's all I want to share. Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is where we are talking about this whole dynamics of putting the boot camp together, why we are doing it, and what level of impact, who are we to do it. So we actually talk a lot about creating visibility. And Ken, you want to share the page that shows how we have been positioned in the global market. And it was a very good opportunity for us.
14 millones de niños
Oh,
que
no.
van a dormirse todas las
No,
noches
no,
con
no,
hambre.
not this one. Please stop share. I'm going to share it anyway. This is actually, we want to share it from the Google page because people need to know this is not just any kind of group that we are talking about. Let me just quickly share this with you. I want to share with you the screen because can you see it? So can you stop sharing? Right. So this is a program, the podcast that was created by one of our accelerated business school community, Shine Go Global community partner. And he actually did interview of the accelerated business school, Dame Doria Cordova. And if you notice, Tun Mahathir from Malaysia, one of the oldest PM, the former PM of Malaysia, is also featured, and he also featured us. So we actually went into really global market getting featured. And Dame Doria had a very powerful message for all of us. And I just want to play that for everyone.
As a manager, the further you get from hands-on work, the harder it is to stay in control.
So,
Monday.com just completely solves that.
Can you hear me?
And then we have...
Can you hear it?
Yes.
24, right?
Yeah, it's more like eye-hand wellness type, projects that they are looking.
Very quickly.
Work and connect with a lot of them. And they, of course, have taken me to India to do Money and You. And then we...
Sorry.
You're very close to... Quite excited about that. Of course, we want to mention Dr. Aziza, who brought me here. I know you're very close to her. And our Shine Go Global, she's doing a fantastic work from Singapore and outreaching to Malaysia, India. Can you say a few words about your partnership, because you're very close, you know each other for the longest time? And
yes, well, for the last 20 years, when Dr. Aziza did Money and You, and she did it the Chinese version, and I feel very spiritually connected to her.
Yeah,
and then she considers me her mentor, but she's like this beautiful woman that has just blossomed into really promoting very much conscious capitalism, which of course we've known about since the 70s. He has different names, and I talk about that in the book, actually.
Okay.
So he has evolved through the decades. And so that whole network has been, I mentor that network and connect with a lot of them. And they, of course, have taken me to India to do Money and You. And then we have, there is we are demonstrating collaboration because she has the Go Global Business School, which was inspired by our business school, but it's very different. She, again, is in the investment quadrant, whereas I'm just in the entrepreneurial education quadrant. So we collaborate. But the biggest thing, it also has to do with us coming here and demonstrating that you can grow a market through collaboration. So all these resorts, all these hotels, instead of competing with each other, they can overlap and support the growth.
Right. So I think that gives you a heads up on how collaboration works. Let me just bring this down. So I'm sure you're getting a heads up of how international brands have come together to collaborate to make this, whole dynamics of coming together possible. And we are giving access to those trainers, coaches coming together, a global network. And, our visibility program within Malaysia, this is a big ecosystem that we have started building in Malaysia, is come together. At the same time, we are also looking at how best we can allow other countries also to benefit from us while we go into new markets. So it's not just India. We have access to Middle East. US is a big one. And of course, Indonesia, Thailand, so a lot of people from one of the from Sabah, East Malaysia. She's a Sabahan, one of our shareholders in Go Global Business School. We have introduced her back to Sabah. And now she's doing training in Sabah as a trainer. So that's the level of ecosystem that we've started building, and we're so glad that we could make it happen. So Ken, do you want to speak about the event that's happening on 15th of October? You want to bring it up?
All right. So 15th of October, we are going to have what? Sorry. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Good.
Yeah, can Yeah, we have a 1-day immersive boot camp. Yeah, can you all see that? Yeah, so this they will cover like 3 main topics. First is the breakthrough to fundability, and the second one is a marketing and sales accelerator, and the last one will be the leverage and scale with AI integration. So we will like learn all these 3 topics in 1 day. Yeah, so we feel like so honored that we have 3 great mentors in this boot camp. So first will be the Dr. Aziza, and the second one is Coach Jackie, and the third one will be very honored the trainers all the way from South Africa, Llewellyn Vance. We will just call him LV. It'll be easier. Yeah, so we'll have these three mentors and coaches to lead us learning in this 1-day immersive boot camp. So to me, it's like a very big quantum leap for SMEs, and I hope you all will get all the essential information that you are expecting in this camp. So you all can scan this QR code on the upper right of your screen. Yeah, you can scan the QR code to register. Yep, back to Doctor. Doctor, you're muted.
Yes, I'm looking forward to a great synergy with everybody from this event, and what we want to really see happening through this program. And Jackie, maybe you want to give a roundup about what trainers can expect from this, especially we have run a couple of runs of these training programs as early, last couple of almost a decade we've been in this together.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Aziza. I think somehow I just managed to scroll on Facebook and saw this picture of Elon Musk, and he says here, 失败很正常，如果没有经历失败，表示你还不够创新。And I think I want to end with this. Being creative as an individual is important. Being creative in the space of a speaker, trainer, or coaches is also very important. And when you come on board this 1-day immersive program, you learn to be different. At the same time, you learn what the previous generations have done, what are the roadmaps, what are the formulas and systems to use to open up your market, increase the value of your time and your knowledge and your expertise, and also connecting with quality connections that can bring you overseas. And when we say go global, it's not just being in Singapore or Malaysia, 2 countries, all right? That is not called global. You have to be on, at least in the whole of ASEAN, for you to be a little bit more of a global speaker, trainer, or a brand. And if you have to have the privilege, like Dr. Aiza, to be in different continents, and even like myself, been to London, then this is where the value comes in. And people will pay. I mean, honestly, your clients are not going to be stupid. They'll say, hey, if this person have been trained in India, London, US, there must be something very valuable about this person, knowledge or expertise, and they're willing to pay. So the first one to benefit is if you're able to launch yourself to 3 to 4 countries and 2 or 3 continents, that will really escalate. And this immersive bootcamp is going to share with you exactly what we have done and many of the other international brand names have done. All right, so and then we are using AI as a leverage to help you create your roadmap, your action plans, and your KPIs. So this is really something that has never been done before because we just put it together using this whole AI technology.
Yeah, we are actually giving a very interesting, the first ever AI interactive workshop, right? A program that we have put together, and definitely the takeaway is going to be exciting. I think Tara shared a lot about her personal experience. Both Ken and Hui Ting also shared about it, and it also gives you long-term effect. So it's lifetime. Remember, Tara keep reminding everybody it's lifetime, so you can come back and keep reminding yourself and keep expanding your network. And it's not just the program here, but we're going to be running it. We have run these online as well as offline over the last years, right? We have run almost 1,000 online programs since COVID. Actually, we started doing online programs as early as 2011, hybrid events and all of that. So we are very early adopters of the online activities. So we are doing it online now. We are also doing offline, so which gives you lifetime access every time we do it. That means there's a lot of opportunity to show up and benefit from it as well. So why don't we round it up, Hui Ting? Why don't you call it together?
Yes, thank you everyone for sharing the experience and also this wonderful platform that we can come together, not as just individual, but putting all individuals' expertise together and work in this community to leverage the platform and also to elevate ourselves in this platform. So it's win, win, and win. 3 wins, not win-win only, right? So I would like to say thank you to the audiences who are staying with us for the past 1 hour and also all the speakers today. And if you are a speaker, a trainer, a coach, and you would like to come together to build this community and also to elevate yourself, we can scan the bootcamp QR code, which you can see whether it's on the recording or now that you can see on the screen, and let's come together. And it's lifetime for you to do revision. So why not invest in yourself? Scan the QR code. We'll see you on 15th of October. And also the next one is the 19th
of November. And we have to remind everyone that you are a trainer coach. Join us, and you must forward this to all the trainers and coach that you know, because all of us have a very strong message to share with the world. That's why we do it for free sometimes, many times. But now is the time for us to come together and grow this and monetize it and make it a bigger impact for humanity as well. So you own it to yourself and the people around you to show up and as well as benefit from it. So thank you so much. Thanks to the team, and thanks for showing up for all of you who are watching this live or recording. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you very much. And tomorrow is Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yes. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.
Festival.
Yes.
Thank you.